Hi everyone. Hope you guys are safe and healthy. My laptop is back. Yay, but my semester has just started and it's quite hectic. So pray for me and my sanity. So today I wanted to make a video about strengths and weaknesses of big three girl groups. I've seen a few variations of the strength and weakness trend. I got my inspiration Eunice's video. So credits to them. I'm gonna focus this video on strengths and weaknesses of big three girl group from second gen to now. Like or dislike, comment and share this video and subscribe to this channel or I will eat you. Literally. So let's start. I think 2NE1's biggest strength was their stage presence. They had an aura that demanded your attention. They were so lively on stage and always interacted with the crowd to keep them engaged, which is something a lot of groups nowadays lack. They didn't feel rigid or robotic whenever they performed. Instead, they became one with the song. They had a sense of rawness when it came to their performance, which made them more personable and made it easier for fans to connect with them. Which I absolutely loved. For weakness, I think their choreographies are kinda bland if you compare them to today's standards. Yes, they had very iconic and signature moves, but if we compare their whole choreographies to today's standards, it's quite lackluster. But I can understand that those were different times and trends were different back then. So I guess there's that. I think Blackpink's biggest strength is their live vocals. And by live vocals I mean their actual raw vocals and not the auto-tuned or airbrushed ones. Say what you want to say about 2018 D4 edited MR removes. You have to agree that Blackpink knows how to serve a live singing session. Rosé's Coachella live vocal clip literally went viral, and don't even get me started on Jennie Kick It performance with that green dress. Green dress Jennie inhabits my mind rent-free. Whether it's Coachella or tour clips or music show encores, Blackpink know how to show their live vocal strengths, and I'm so glad for that. I think Blackpink's biggest weakness is again, their choreographies. Maybe YG has an issue with hiring choreographers. I mean, what the hell was that original Pretty Savage choreography? You have one of the best female dancers K-pop has ever seen, aka Lisa, in your group, and the other three members are also very stable dancers. So why would you give them variations of the same choreography again and again? At least Lovesick Girl's choreography went well with the song. Now let's talk about SM groups. And the first one we have is SNSD.'s biggest strength is their vocals. The main vocalists or ex-main vocalists of SNSD were always on point. SNSD is filled with wonderful vocalists who have developed beautifully in front of our eyes. Another huge strength of SNSD is their synchronization. The whole Lionheart and the Boys eras were so satisfying for me. They never look out of place on stage, and I genuinely love that. Each member fit into a dance number perfectly, and it's so satisfying to watch. I think SNSD.'s weakness is their lack of content. Like hello, SM Entertainment. Did you forget that you have the members of the most beloved girl group of Korea in your company? Are you gonna do something? Honestly, I just want to experience an SNSD or even an OGG comeback before I perish. God, I miss them. FX's biggest strength was their sound. No GG before FX had done EDM, or the quote-unquote noise music like them. I can't even name a BG who had that heavy sound at that time. FX was undoubtedly unique for their time being. That and the members' individual charismas attracted people to their music. FX's another big strength was their versatility. From La Chata to Four Walls, none of their songs felt out of place for them. Which I loved. I wish SM didn't lock them up like that. Which brings me to their biggest weakness, their company. Throughout FX's career, SM treated them like an experiment. FX had one comeback a year and their promotions lasted shorter than other SM groups. It's like SM didn't know what to do between SNSD and Red Velvet, so they shoved FX in there. Hell, FX didn't even have a light stick. It took 6 years for SM to give them a fandom name. Honestly, FX deserved so much better. When it comes to Red Velvet, undoubtedly their biggest strength is their versatility. Red Velvet has done it all. Cute, aesthetic, femme fatale, horror, wacky. You name a concept and they probably have a song to go with it. Which builds up their hype for each comeback and makes their discography so diverse. They also have arguably the best vocalist in third gen, aka Wendy. And the other members have their own unique tone of voice, which makes their harmonization so interesting. I'm really wishing we get an odd 5 comeback and maybe 1 or 2 psycho stages. Their biggest weakness has to be their styling. I don't know who Red Velvet's stylist is, but you and I need to talk. I've rarely seen a K-pop idol constantly getting uncomfortable clothing like Joy. Whenever she gets those extremely unsafe clothes, you can see she visibly looks upset. I've seen Irene and Sulji receive their fair share of extremely uncomfortable clothing. And Yeri and Wendy, God, why does Yeri keep getting the cheapest thing available and Wendy gets the ugliest outfits of them all? Like, what the hell is this? I think espa's biggest strengths are their vocals and their concept. Yes, contrary to the popular belief, I don't think espa's concept is that bad as long as they keep those AI girls in the storyline and music videos and not sell them like toys. Just keep them as characters in espa's universe. Do not mass produce those AI thingies. When it comes to vocals, right now espa has the strongest vocal line along with G-Idol in 4th gen. So I think that's a huge plus point. I was gonna say espa's biggest weakness is going to be their styling because I've seen them in some ugly clothes, but now I think it's gonna be their lack of raps. I feel like they are gonna get the Red Velvet treatment when it comes to rap. But let's see. Let's talk about JYP groups now. I'm not gonna talk about Wonder Girls because I never stand them. I was very young at that time, so I don't know much about them other than the fact that they had a wonderful discography. So I guess there's that. And I won't be talking much about Suzy and Friends. Oh, sorry, I mean Miss A. Because JYP didn't leave much for us to talk now, did he? So let's start with Twice's biggest strength has to be their synchronized choreography and their iconic dance moves. Before the release of Fancy, people used to say that Twice's dances are very easy, which I don't agree with. Their hook step is the part that is easy and rememberable. I think it's made that way so that the public can remember that step and dance to it. Their choreography as a whole wasn't that easy. It took a lot of energy. And because they had iconic moves and that the public could remember, their songs became smash hits. I feel bad for saying this, but I think Twice's biggest weakness is their unstable vocals while singing. Now this is not a case for every Twice member. In fact, Nayeon, Jihyo, Chonghyun and even Chui are mostly stable while performing. But when it comes to the other members, it's a little questionable. A lot of the blame for this definitely goes to JYP. JYP keeps giving them songs that are way out of their range and that almost impossible to sing live. Like, how do you expect them to drop to the floor while singing on a high note? JYP, let's have a chat, you ugly mother ducker. ITZY's case is the complete opposite of Twice. Their biggest strength is their live vocal while performing. Their songs are always within their range and are performable while doing a hard choreography. Yeji and Chaeryeong especially sound exactly the same as the studio version, which is a huge plus point. Their other biggest strength has to be their choreography. Their choreographies are very powerful and addicting to watch, which in turn makes their songs get stuck in your head. I think ITZY's biggest weakness is that their main vocalist is not as strong as the other 4th gen vocalists. I'm in no way saying that Leah is untalented or something like that, but compared to other 4th gen main vocalists like Minnie, Mian, Jungwoo, Jiwon, Yuri etc., she's not as strong. I feel so bad for saying that, but it's my opinion. I really hope she can show her vocal abilities in the future because she has a beautiful voice. So this is the video. Please don't take it personally. If you disagree, you can voice your opinion and make your own video if you want to. I'll link some other videos down. Check them out. Bye.